Fiction in general, you'll come across a plethora of villains. Some are just bad guys doing it for a good cause. Some of them are bad just to be bad. And some of them are just pure evil that we just have to get rid of them. By the way, when I say we have to get rid of them, I mean they just have to die for shit to get better in their universe or city. Our first example is probably the most obvious one, is the Prince of Crime, the Joker. So as the nickname the Prince of Crime suggests, that Joker quite literally thrives on destabilizing Gotham, and as long as he lives, he wants to create as much chaos as possible, and that inspires a lot more crime waves and a lot more lawless and ruthless battlegrounds and fields all over Gotham. I don't think you guys truly understand how many orphans, crippled people, or just sad and depressed people the Joker has caused just by the many heinous acts he's committed against the city, whether it's by, I don't know, blowing up Central Hall, or blowing up the bank, or just trying to, I don't know, do the most petty crime ever just for the fun of it. This also leads into the fact that the Joker is probably the only villain in Gotham City that can't be rehabilitated, as again, he thrives on violence and he has no tether to the human world or any human emotions that's actually normal or empathetic. Now let's keep it real, bro. Arkham Asylum cannot hold that man. Like, I'm pretty sure there's never been an instance where he's been in there for like at least more than a week. Like, I'm very sure of that, actually. And again, speaking of rehabilitation, I understand he's crazy, but after breaking out, I don't know, infinite amount of times, there's gotta be at one point we gotta think about, I don't know, a death penalty, sending him to prison, or just, I don't know, booting him to space, something. And the funny part about it is that we shifted the blame from the Joker to Batman, as we blame him for never trying to kill the Joker, despite the fact he's said multiple times he doesn't kill, and despite the fact that the Joker is the one committing the crimes, not Batman. For our next villain, I know he's technically dead, or should I say a good guy now, as he's now Fat Boo instead of Kid Boo, but we still have to talk about him, bro. Kid Boo was by far the most atrocious, evil, and just disgusting character they had to fight. Well, to start off, as soon as Bro was released into the world, the first thing he did was try to slaughter the Earth, and then after that he basically, actually, and quite literally destroyed the Earth. Like, with the blast, yeah. And after realizing some people survived, he basically found out where they were, killed all of them, and when I mean killed all of them, I'm pretty sure he turned Chi-Chi into a chocolate bar or an egg and either ate her or squashed her in front of her son Goten, which is pretty crazy. And directly after killing the survivors, he ended up catching them in heaven where they should be chilling and killing them again. You know how crazy or how much you have to hate someone to kill them IRL in real life and then go up to heaven and kill them again? You know how much hate in your heart you have to have? Oh, and I think I forgot to mention the fact that Bro actually at one point was trying to destroy the entire universe after destroying the Earth, making a huge energy sphere, which honestly, I don't even know how it's possible to make an energy sphere to destroy the universe, but hey, anime logic, man. Now for our next character, I really didn't want to talk about him, but unfortunately this video kind of warrants me to. We have Griffith from Berserk. Now when it comes to this character here, it's not about what did he do, but what he didn't do. Now to start off, he actually seemed like a pretty charismatic and ambitious guy, wanting to basically take over the world and do right by him and his friends, but in reality, he's quite literally the worst guy you could ever meet. Now in the beginning, I'll admit he did some dark stuff, whether it was assassinations or even getting his, you know what, been played with just to get a little more status and power. But besides that, it really went downhill once he became Femto or got introduced to the God Hand. So in the Berserk world, the God Hand are essentially this collective of evil beings who basically want to wreak havoc on the entire world. And once they offer Griffith a chance to join them, he sacrificed his entire fleet of people, like the entire band of Hawk, his loyal friends, and everyone, just to become another part of them and become known as the demonic being known as Femto. Go a bit more in depth in the sacrifice of all his friends. It was known as the Eclipse, and basically everyone in the band of Hawk, or basically his fleet, were branded with this thing known as the brand of sacrifice. So basically every spiritual, or should I say demonic entity that came out during that eclipse, they're all gonna go after them, and you can't hide from them, as the brand of sacrifice is like a, I don't know, a GPS basically for everyone to know where you are. And as a side note, the eclipse did not just affect the band of Hawk, or should I say its old fleet, it affected the whole world, as in every demonic entity that was locked up is now just roaming around killing any and everyone. So yeah. Now despite all the atrocities I just told you, the worst one of all is when he literally defiled his right hand man's girl in front of him. Yes, in front of him, y'all, in front of him. Now for our next villain, he comes from DC Universe, and you all know him as Darkseid. Now I know Darkseid just one of the many Justice League villains that are absurdly strong but somehow gets beaten with friendship, smarts, and Batman somehow, some way. But I think I need you guys to watch Justice League Apocalypse Wars to see just how cruel and devastatingly powerful he really is. Now for those who really don't watch the DC Animated Universe movies that often or have heard the movie and never watched it, it's basically based off this different timeline that the Flash created by running back in time to save his mom, where Darkseid quite literally reigns supreme over the whole universe. And yes, the anti-life equation has been solved and he is enslaving everybody. And when I mean everybody, I mean the whole Justice League is in shambles. Turned the Flash into a battery for his mothership. Superman, he literally tattooed him with kryptonite, so he's quite literally ingrained with kryptonite in the system, so he's in pain all the time. Wonder Woman got turned into a fucking cyborg, and Batman somehow is still Batman. But anyways, I truly do suggest you guys watch the movie, as it's a really good movie and it's really sad, but at the same time something kind of inspirational for you guys to watch. Yeah, is it as an inspirational Superman movie? Wouldn't say all that, but definitely inspirational. Now for our last villains, we should talk about the Chimera Ants from Hunter x Hunter. Now in my honest opinion, I believe they're probably the most scariest group of villains I've ever seen in all of my years of watching anime, as the way they're just rapidly evolving and adapting and just getting stronger and terrorizing, I don't know, the whole world at one point was too much for me, bro. For reference, Nen is the source of power, or should I say the power system that Hunter x Hunter abides by, and most people, it takes them a good 2, 3, sometimes up to a decade to really master their technique. The Chimera Ants learned, mastered, and perfected their technique in less than 2 weeks. 2 weeks, chat, 2 weeks. I think the scariest part of them is the fact they're born this way. Like, they go through no growth stage, nothing. They just come out in fully adult, most powerful form they can be. And the worst part about it is, again, they learn extremely fast. So not only are they born powerful, they get to be more powerful as, I don't know, only a couple days progress. Let's not talk about the scene where Pito came out the womb, learned Nen, spotted the Nen user, and did the worst thing ever, as in lobotomizing bro's head. But yeah, guys, I think this is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys stay blessed as I've been. Continue to pray no matter what, y'all. And just stay safe out here, man.